Start. Dear members of Parliament and dignitaries, Pyara, I am very happy to participate in today's function, which celebrates a very significant event in the history of Free India. 60 years ago, on 13th May 1952, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha held their first sessions after the completion of the first general elections in the country. On that day, the newly elected members of Parliament took oath, and it is fortunate that four of them, who continues to be a member of Parliament, are here with us today. I warmly congratulate them and also all those present here. Pyara, as the world's largest democracy, India can be proud that since winning its freedom and adopting a constitution, it has continuously walked the path of democracy. Skeptics in those early post-independence days doubted whether democracy in such a large and diverse country could possibly survive. We proved them wrong over and over again, repeatedly, in accordance with the Constitution. Representatives to Parliament, state legislature, and local bodies have been chosen through electoral exercises which have been fair and open. Our record has been remarkable, and there is widespread acclaim about the tenacious manner in which we have adhered to democracy. Pyara, however, today democracies of the world are operating in complex situations. Pressures are developing on account of many reasons. Demands for development are louder. People are articulating their demands very vocally, and many shades of opinions are emerging. There is always the requirements of finding a balance between various expectations. There are now fractured mandates. Governments are mostly coalitions, and legislatures are composed of many parties. There are regional aspirations as well. The last decade has also seen an explosion of the media. Hence, democracy now functions in the midst of various new scenarios, which are internal as well as those emanating out of complex international situations. In a world that is more integrated and interdependent, against this background, India is committed to take the nation forward on the path of peace, development, and progress through a democratic system of governance while protecting the sanctity of the institutions established by the Constitution. The big challenge is for democracy to proceed towards being a vibrant but healthy democracy. It is therefore necessary to walk ahead carefully with determination so that the main aim of establishing a progressive and healthy democracy is never lost sight of. For this, various aspects are important and need to be taken into consideration. I will speak of some of them. Pyara, elections are the foundation stone of any democracy, and therefore the first pillar of any healthy democracy is sound electoral practices. Our election commission, as an independent entity, has performed remarkably well in organizing elections of a huge electorate. However, we must constantly improve our systems and remove all corrupt and other malpractices from our electoral processes and from our society. Para. Parliament is the repository of the will of the people. Therefore, people's growing aspirations and expectations need to be translated here into policy decisions and necessary legislation. Discussions can be difficult and divergent, but yet solutions have to be found through discussions in Parliament and resolved through established parliamentary practices. Parliamentarians serve the people. In this connection, the word of Mahatma Gandhi in his poem entitled A Servant's Prayer are very important. He said, and I quote, as a humble servant and a friend of the masses, may we never part from those whom we wish to serve. Democracy in the true sense of the word also means a shared responsibility. Democracy can survive, flourish, and grow when there is respect for all stakeholders and for differing opinions, and where institutions of democracy are functioning in harmony in general. Whether it is the legislatures, the judiciary, the executive, or the citizens or the media, they have a role to play, but with responsibility, and they must uphold the Constitution as well as the rule of law.